So, we talked about acceptance, and also we said that one of the points, the first point, what is effective against stress, was to change or take away things that are stressing us. So, those are just 3 of many areas where sometimes it would be a good idea to actually make a change or modify the stressors, and that could be areas like when it comes to workload or work-wise, or getting an overview of my life, or relationships. It could be something else as well. So what is it that I'm wondering here? I guess I wonder, is there anyone here that has some suggestions on, just in general, or examples from your life, things that probably could be an idea to change in those areas? Workload. So more hypothetically, well, like what could you do, or what could be effective ways?
Like time management?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
workload, maybe something?
Yeah. So what?
Effectively leave work at work and then
Okay.
it's time to go home.
Yeah.
Be at home.
Leave work at work. Good.
Literally structure where certain times I check email
Yeah.
and do various activities.
Structure activities. Good.
Learn to say no.
Learn to say no. Good. Learn to say no. And actually, we will be going through that. It might be sound a bit silly, but during session 4, we will actually train on saying no, but also to say yes and discriminate, like when we want to say no and when we want to say yes in relationship to what we think is important in life. Yeah. More?
Delegate.
Sorry?
Delegate.
Delegate, like to other people, to not do everything ourselves. Good.
Or ask for help.
Ask for help. Good. Good. More?
Reflect on what's really important to me.
Reflect on what's important. Good.
Yeah, prioritize.
On what's important, and that it's also like prioritize. Don't prio. More?
Change what you do.
Sorry, change?
Change what you do. Get a job.
Yeah. Sometimes it could be something worth considering. Change of jobs. More? And anecdotally, we have had people doing that, going through the course, that have decided either that has been very unsatisfied with their jobs, and they've decided either that I don't totally love my job, but they have connected to why they are doing it. Maybe to, I'm happy to do this because I know that I'm of great service to other people, and this also helps me feed my family and take care of them in a good way. So they sort of, instead of just being stuck and angry with this situation, they're sort of getting in contact again with why they are doing things and decided to stay. And sometimes people have decided to, I'm not sort of, this is not for me, I want to continue in life and do something that is closer to my values. And I think both those options are fine. I have a colleague that sometimes said, to stay with dignity or go with dignity. Goes for relationships, and it could also go for jobs. To stay with dignity or go with dignity, instead of being in a situation where you just feel stuck and hopeless. To make an active decision, either or. Yeah, good. More examples?
One more, sometimes professional development. Sometimes
Yeah, good.
my knowledge, I mean, the work requires more knowledge for me to manage new projects.
Yeah,
That helps.
perfect. What about overview? Any suggestion? And what I mean with like that is sort of to organize life. How did you know you were coming here today and stuff like that?
Color code.
Color code? Good.
It makes it faster to decide where to
Yeah, good.
keep a written calendar regardless of what I put on my
Good. Written calendar, computer calendar. Good.
Frederick, are we talking now about perspective or stepping back and taking stock of our
Yeah.
lives?
Could be either. I guess because you are grown-ups, I sometimes use this also when I work with 16 to 19-year-olds. Then this is a bit of more focus because it could be a good idea to start using a computer calendar or written calendar or structures, things like that. But I think probably you're pretty good at this. Am I right? Like, no. Me too. Yeah.
At lunch, I went out into one of the main areas, and I sat where the sunlight
Yeah.
hit me, and I knit, which
Yeah.
is one of the things
Oh,
I
nice.
do to relax,
Yeah.
get rid of the pain.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I enjoy this so much having the sun on me,
Yeah.
and there's no place in my house I can sit and have sun. So then I rearranged the furniture in that room in my mind, and that's going to be one of my things I do soon.
Okay. Perfect.
Because I've got a perfect place that there's a lot of sun,
Yeah.
but there's not a piece of furniture to sit there. So
Yeah.
I'll move the stereo,
Yeah.
because I'm going to extend one wall, and then I couldn't see it from the TV from the kitchen. So if I move that piece, I can see the TV from the dining room, kitchen, and living room, and I can sit and have sun on me while I knit.
Yeah. It's nice to have sun. Especially like I'm from the Arctic Circle in Sweden. So in the wintertime on Christmas we have half an hour of dusk and then it's completely dark. So in the wintertime it's actually like 3-4 months when you go to work, and when you get home from work it's all dark. So you tend to leap out on your lunch break. So hi sun, I see you, and then go in again. Yeah. But I saw someone else here raising a hand as well. Tuna?
Just my response to this is that this seems like more work and more stress.
Oh yeah.
Just coping with stress is stress-inducing.
Yeah. Yep, could be. Definitely. Could be. And I think, yep.
I had a different take on overview. Like, overview to me says, okay, looking at the areas of my life and what is important and
Oh, yeah.
where am I spending my time.
Yeah.
Where am I putting my energy?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it
Mm.
in balance or out of
Yeah.
balance?
And those are really valid points, and we will totally get to them. So basically, like what we are doing now is having a look at the first chain thing. So like basically, and we will go into looking at values, what do we find is important, and so on. So this part is more basically, we're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but sort of, is there something that I sort of should change in my life that is more like a problem-solving mode? Management stress. So like basically like, should I ask for more or less to do at work? Should I leave my work? Maybe I could structure activities. Those are typically sort of problem-solving things where we identify the stressor and modify the stressor. And it could be the same here if we totally like we just work with post-it notes and don't have a calendar and stuff like that. And also because sometimes we are stressed, not because we have too much to do at work or we're not structured, it's because the combination of workload and that we're not really structured, and maybe also there is a lot of difficulties going on in relationship. So all those three taken together. And I wonder sometimes like if there is something that is not going well in relationships, it could be just a distant relationship or it could be an important close relationship. Like what are some of the things you could do when it comes to identify what the problem is and maybe make a change?
Don't go to voicemail.
So don't go to voicemail.
No, let it go to voicemail.
Oh, let it go to voicemail. Send to voicemail. Okay, cool. Send to voicemail.
I was going to say the opposite, communicate.
Communicate. Yeah, both are.
Depends on, yeah.
Communicate.
Situation.
And like, what could communication be about?
What's bothering you?
Okay.
Honest.
Honest. Yeah. Good.
We had a cute experience this week where we run a music school in my spare time, which causes some stress, but is a source of a lot of fun and joy for me. And had students send an email to, we got the entire listserv that was kind of scathing about some things that were actually not really happening. And to my son, and I was like typing the email back to her. And my husband came by and he said, "Are you sure you want to send that? Why don't you just sleep on it? In the morning, see if you want to send it."
Yeah.
It would have been not the right
Yeah.
So sometimes sitting with things for
Yeah.
a while and then choosing.
Yeah. Sleep on it. Oh, that's a good on it.
I still have one in my drafts.
Yeah.
Set boundaries.
Set boundaries.
And
Yeah.
be open about expectations.
Oh, good. Set boundaries. Open about expectations. Good.
If it's an important conversation, I want to have it in person, or at least via Skype or something where I can see their face.
Yeah.
Not by email
Yeah.
or text.
Communicate where you see each other. Good. Good. Yeah.
Restructure or eliminate.
Restructure or eliminate. Yeah. Good. That's a good one. Restructure or eliminate. And actually eliminate, we shouldn't like take that lightly, but sometimes there are relationships that are potentially dangerous, that maybe it's better to be ended permanently or for a period of time. So that's just like an area where I don't want us to confuse acceptance, to accept relationships that might be potentially dangerous. Yeah?
I'm not sure if this one would fit there or not, but sometimes what I do, and it may seem a little bit strange, but if I know that you're saying something that's really upsetting to you,
Yeah?
right? And if I continue to listen to you,
Yeah.
I'm going to get upset too.
Yeah.
And then we're going to woof, right? So I will repeat something in my head, even though I'm giving you my full attention and
Yeah.
I hear you, but I'm blocking what I know will be a visceral response to you, so that
Yeah.
when you're done, then I can be here
Yeah.
and
Okay.
respond without a reaction inside myself.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would fit there. or
That's a
not.
neat one. So it's sort of like changing perspective in order to be of better help to both yourself and to the other person. Yeah, good. Play with perspectives, maybe we can call it.
Trying too hard to please others.
Sorry?
Sometimes trying, too hard to please others.
Yeah.
Sometimes we should, it's okay not to be
Yeah.
too pleasing to others.
Okay, not to please everybody. Yeah.
Being planful, in the sense of when you're with a partner and you're going to have different times where you're more stressed or they're more stressed,
Mm.
there's more demands. Being planful about that.
Yeah.
Communicating about it so that you take
Mm.
stepping up to help
Communicate.
and asking for help so that
Okay.
you can ask the other person to
Yeah.
support you when you need it or want.
Yeah. Just this one, okay, not to please each other. When I was I told you I was in a monastery, and I learned this saying that I really liked, and it is, you cannot please all of the people all of the time, but you can please some of the people some of the time. And the same here. I hope I can sow small seeds, but I'm also quite sure that I cannot please all of you all of the time. And that's life.